you live it.
Yeah, that's
And
what art is, being a living meditation, or
yeah,
like he says, many people does turn on the candles, bring out the crystals, and do half an hour of meditation, and then they do 23 and a half hour of chaos. It should be the other way around, he said.
yeah,
You should be present for 23 and a half hour, and then you can have a half hour of chaos.
I, oh, so good.
And when they do meditation, it's sort of like a chore. And that's not how it
Does
works, he said. It shouldn't be
it
a chore,
be
it should just be there.
it? Which is why I started this.
Yeah,
You know, for a couple of years of doing the meditation, it became stale. I wasn't like things weren't happening like how I imagined they would. And the only answer I had was to gather with others. Like
yeah,
that was the constant urge that would be the solution.
yeah. Sort of creating a group that connects to the collective.
That's right.
Yeah.
You know that
I-
we can that is meditating, and what I found more important, and I didn't know this going in, was that we could talk and practice practice noticing my triggers.
Yeah. I have the feeling that meditation in itself is for someone who really gets to uh, dig deep within themselves, but sometimes you need like deeper, more different perspectives than just your own.
Yes, I just realized that is the purpose of others.
Yeah.
And like for us, like that's what we can do too. It's like how that can become our purpose, which is tomorrow's word, and passionate about
Mm,
today's word.
yeah.
My wife is an aide for this special kids class.
Mm. An eight?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Well, hmm, I had no idea. Now, she isn't passionate about it, um, but but does she do the most for the kids? Probably from the stories I hear, because she says it's good for the kids. It's
Yeah.
what I feel they need, and everyone else in here is in chaos.
Well, I do believe that she has her own kind of passion about it. Maybe she's not talking about it, but she wouldn't be working with kids if she wasn't had a little passion for it.
Yeah, and I think that
Because,
that's the thing with passion, is that I think it is something that it doesn't have to be.
yep, I feel it's sort of the same with everything. It's like being happy. I tell my son, I'm always happy on the inside. I might not smile on the outside. I might even look angry on the outside. I maybe might even be a little spiteful, but on the inside, it's da 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 circus all the time because that's what I chose.
Yeah. I think
And when
we
something
all
is,
started there.
yeah,
Like
that's how we
that's
were.
where babies start.
Yeah,
And then we put filters on how it should be, right? And what we've ended up with is a disconnected heart.
yeah, and then we get discontent because
You
we
know,
don't feel we lived up to our own what do you call it? Our own satisfaction or what? I can't remember the word for it. That you
purpose.
wanna do better for yourself. This wasn't where I imagined myself as a kid being, like most people say.
Yeah, right. I'm disappointed with where I'm at. I
Yeah,
expected greater things. And who
exactly.
doesn't,
It's the world we live in. We've been
right?
taught to compare ourselves to others instead of just loving ourselves as we are.
Yes. So, yes, I truth with that. I can find truth with that.
It's just like my son started yesterday. Well, he doesn't look so intelligent. And I told him, what does an intelligent person look like?
Great question.
Take a picture of Hawkins. Would you guess that he was the most intelligent person in the world? Jaw hanging
No,
low and everything, but give him a math problem and he would solve it.
that's right.
But I see he has a lot of work still to do, my son. But that's life. I don't think I'll ever be done working with myself because there's always more.
Yeah,
I can always be a better person than I was today.
that's right. And, and it's just different circumstances.
Yeah.
Uh, Circumstances in how we choose to react or respond to them.
Yep. It's all about those choices. I tell my son a lot. He chooses to use negative words. I always say, "Hey, don't say that. Don't use that. Hey, hey." And I think he's starting to get it, but he's still only 18. It's not like I can push him forward 5 years.
It's, uh,
That's what I tell him. You need to do it one day at a time. The marathon doesn't finish after one step.
yeah,
You
well,
gotta keep on running.
like when we notice that in ourselves, we can start to ask, well, why is this negative to me?
Yeah,
Like, because then it reveals, right? It lets it go, it reveals, it names it. And now that's how you can become more aware because you just named the feeling.
yeah. I
And
do a lot of digging.
that is how we set our
It's like,
thermostat,
yeah. I've been
our
doing a lot
inner
of digging with.
thermostat.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of digging with my son. Not real, but digging in his. By
Yeah.
every time his ego answers me, I just ask him,
Yeah.
and why?
Yeah.
And why? And I, and then it comes to, I don't know. Why do you even care then if you don't know it?
Oh, the word I learned was unpacking. Like you're
Oh yeah,
unpacking it.
Yeah.
I love the word that you used, but I wanted to relate it.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
that's a good word because we are layer upon layer. So you gotta unpack one layer to get to the next. It's like digging one layer to the next.
mhm. And that is what every morning the space of possibilities are, is to be with one another that way.
Yeah. Because when other unpack, you get to unpack yourself.
Exactly. To the
And when
point that is the purpose of us being together in the present.
and I love when someone shares a great story. Maybe I haven't done something like it, but it's I can relate it to another story where it has sort of the same process to it, so you can use the formula
That's
someone
right.
gives you. And I really enjoy we are sharing formulas for every thought, every different way of what life can throw at us. And there's only so many ways they can throw a fastball, a curveball, whatever.
That's right.
But there's only a certain amount because life is limited.
Right. And and I'm lucky if I am aware of 30% of what happens around me.
Wow, 30%. That's a lot.
I uh, I was relating it to like what the average quote top hitters in the league in baseball, right? If they hit a 300, they're doing really good.
Yeah.
And yes, I agree that that 30 is probably way very high, like in reality. But like that keeps me humble in the power of like being present is, and choosing and aware. So like how much fun it is to explore it.
I don't remember who it was, but somebody said when 1 second, when we look around, we get about, was it 400 billion bits of information,
Yeah,
and our eye can only process 2,000 bits a second.
right.
So we are missing everything but what our ego tells us that are important.
That's right. That's right.
If somebody walks around, oh, there's cups everywhere, well, he'll see cups everywhere. It's the focus. Also enjoyed that they said someone had used over $400,000 trying to rewrite or delete their belief system or get rid of their ego. And it's not
Mm-hmm.
even possible. You can rewrite your focus, but not your beliefs. Your beliefs is your basis for survival.
Mm-hmm.
So you
Yep.
got to shift the focus on will you focus on red or will you focus on black?
That's right. And, and really what it matters is to focus on the space between them.
Yeah. Now we are going into a higher level.
Exactly, right? And it seems simpler and more limited the farther the ones above us get.
Yeah. And it's funny how people often mistake when we say simple with easy.
And and
Simple can be
people
far, far from easy sometimes.
and see what's possible when people are sharing their experience about it,
Yep.
which is what we are doing right here. Both of us have passed through it, and are passing through more coming at us. Uh, but we're not doing it alone.
Yeah. It's the sharing. That's why they probably say sharing is caring. So sharing equals love.
Mhm.
But everybody is sort of like, what are they called? Seagulls. Mine, 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 like in Nemo. Everybody wants it.
Yeah. And it's like we hold on to the way it has to be. Like we see it the way like it we want it to look. And
Hmm.
that is so limited. The challenge then becomes how do I make that bigger so that my passion, so that my purpose, it's like, so I, my power or my energy is in it because that is the catalyst to life that we see is am I in it?
Yeah. Yeah. Where the attention goes, the energy flows.
Flows, that's right. And miracles happen.
All the time.
That's right.
I often
Yes.
see it as a miracle we are even breathing. How does the body know when to do it in, out? It only knows it when you're underwater. I need air, but else it's just
And
doing
and we are trying to fight it.
it. Yep.
And
But that's what we've
then
been
that,
taught. Everything to fight, fight, fight.
yeah, because we relate it to surviving.
Instead of everything is collaboration, collaborating
Yep.
with each other. That, yeah. Morning,
Yeah.
Pascal.
Morning,
Pascal,
guys.
good morning.
Thought I would have missed the call, eh? What a
Nah,
surprise.
nah, your word is good enough for me. You promised you would be here, so I took you up
Yeah,
on your word.
exactly. Exactly. That's my will, right? Didn't break my will.
The will to participate, to share love with each other.
Mm-hmm.
Sharing is
Absolutely.
Now we can be the three wise men
Mm. There you go.
just for this moment. But and I don't know how long this moment will last.
well, let's just be present with this moment.
Exactly. And
Mm.
so I choose to be passionate in this moment. It's like that's what I set my being to be as long as I can. And, and sometimes it doesn't last very long. But here, like if there's another hour, we can practice that.
Yeah. Really dive into that passion.
And I have no idea why I'm passionate about it.
Then it's the
And
best
That's
kind of passion, the
that's
thing
right.
you don't know.
That's right. And it's like we think we need to know, but when we do, then we're complete with it. And that's why we never complete anything.
mm.
Yeah. Because as soon as the ego says, I know, then it say, we need to move on.
Mhm. Mhm.
Next.
or I'm fixed. Because that's if we don't look at it, if we just easily say no, if we don't explore both sides, right, the positive and the negative, um, oh, we're skipping over it, and it will come back again as another lesson.
Yep. It's like Monopoly. Go back to start and you don't get any money for it.
Go to jail again. Right?
That's right. And it's like, how productive can we be in jail?
Mhm.
Now, and like expecting things to go a certain way, which means we've seen it go a certain way. We're expecting it to go a certain way, and the ups and downs is what we're comparing it to.
Mm.
Rather than giving all the freedom into how it will turn out.
Yeah.
It seems simple, but man, when you understand the space between those two, miracles are not as rare as we think. And our intentions are the cause of miracles.
Mm. And we have created a lot of miracles during the last couple of years almost.
Yeah.
Because as soon as the words are spoken, the energy is in the air. It may not be any of us that creates it, but somebody may create it.
Yep.
We are speaking it. Oh, I told my son the same thing yesterday. He says, well, it's in my head. Well, you need to speak it out loudly if you're just talking with yourself, or write it down. If you just have it in your head, it's just one place in your body. You need to move it around.
Yep. Yep.
Give it momentum.
Free it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to embody it.
That's right.
Yep.
Yep. That's it. We were talking earlier about, it was like, for me, I embodied meditating, right? Embodied meditating. And that lasted like 90 days when I got serious with it, and it was like, oh my God, I'm bored.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. And it was like, oh, nor am I creating what I want. Right. So those two things, it was like gnawing at me. And it was like, well, that was the start of this group.
That was the
Because
catalyst.
together, basically doing, like, we do versions of meditations, because this was my meditation time.
Mm.
And I just decided to replace it with other people.
You turn
So
meditation into creation time.
yeah, yes, that's what it's morphed into. And I didn't know like that was important, nor did I know how to do it.
Maybe without the meditation, you wouldn't create this group.
No, because
right? It was a
what I
catalyst for it.
what I thought this group would need to be is not what I'm trying to make it now.
Mm.
Like I'm trying to do exactly the opposite of what I would have done because that was my tendency. And check this out. Like one of the rules that I judged people by was whether they were on time or late.
Oops.
How does that make you
Oops.
feel, Pascal?
Oops.
Pascal,
Oops.
you've been
Oops. Oops.
judged.
Oops.
You've been
Okay, see you
judged.
later, guys. See you later.
But wait, I have to, but it's like, remember that was before. So I
Mhm.
had to be aware of that charge and I had to set a different intention. So my intention is it's more important if you're here, not what time.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I don't, and remember, and I like, here's what I've held is that even if it's only to say hello,
Yeah, you're still here.
that's it. So for me, that drives what's most important.
Well, a
And that's
genuine
important that I
commitment.
create the space, that I'm here every day to create that space. And if no one shows up, check this out. If no one shows up, what do? A meditation of my
Meditate.
own, which is what I was doing before.
Yeah.
Like that was my best, and now it's my worst option.
Mm. Just a way to see things, eh?
It's all it is. And
Wow.
then we share it here, helps us see other things. And that is being passionate about the present.
Mm.
Yeah, and
That's just
exploring these level of presence is it's fascinating.
Yeah.
levels of present. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. It's like unpacking the present,
Mm.
going deeper and deeper. And all of a sudden, everything just flows into being one. And then you think about, wow, what's that one? Oh, it's gone.
Right, right. It's like I found I could have faith that they're connected. I just don't know how. I just can't see how yet. And that
Mm.
opens the door for however it could be compared to how I say it has to be.
Yeah, curiosity.
You bet your ass. Which is one part of love, like curious, open, and acceptance is loving.
Mm.
And I was not good and am not good at doing it, at being it.
Well, you're doing the work to get better at it.
That's right. And that's all. Like, there's no right and wrong in it, right?
No, there's just doing or not doing.
No.
I think it's Yoda that says that you can do or you cannot do, but there's no trying.
Yeah, that's RJ. That's Yoda, right? Yoda.
Yoda from Star Wars, I believe, says it to Luke. I'm trying. I'm trying. There's no trying. There's doing or not doing.
No doing. Doing or not
I
doing.
just saw a little green Pascal for my house. Oh, oh yeah. That's the French Joe, the French Canadian Yoda, Pascal is he called.
Yeah.
Wait, Heinz. So you saw that?
I didn't see it. I just got that image of little Pascal all green.
Yes. That is the same thing I talk about when I say visualizing.
Oh, but I didn't get a picture. It was just sort of, whoa, little
A
Pascal all
flash.
green.
It's
Yeah,
a flash.
that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that was what you also said. It's so fast that you don't even realize you actually saw it.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
what the key, like what I found, the key is to pay attention to what action it is and how that action makes you feel.
Well, a little green Pascal makes me all tingly inside.
Exactly, right? It made you laugh. And it's like, that's the action. And it's like, that's positive. So it's like, oh, I'm going to chase that thought, right? I'm going to go down that one. I'm going to explore that shaft and just just let it grow. It's
Did
so
it have
cool.
long ears?
Nah, you got way too long hair for that, my friend.
Uh,
Now we got the South African Princess Leia.
You guys are on
Three,
top form this morning.
three wise men and the queen.
mm, there you go.
We're
We're doing a
just
history / Star Wars.
yes. We have a little bit of ancient time and Star Wars in our conversation this morning.
Oh, that- and what's the theme?
Present
Passion.
with passion.
Ah, oh,
And collaboration.
Mm.
very
Collaborating.
good. Very good.
And then we dove into meditation.
Mhm. Exactly.
Yeah. And
And how we built from that.
Heinz just saw a Pascal Yoda. Yeah. See, and you
He saw
all
it
saw
too.
it,
She
and
saw
you
it too, or
all
she wouldn't be laughing.
That's right. And you all saw it. So when Heinz says, I can't see anything when I meditate, I know he's been lying.
Mhm. Yeah.
And I was wrong the whole time, being like, oh man, what would it be like not to be able to see that, Jess? Not to be able to explain it. Like how to not help him. How can I not like how can I help him?
Mhm.
You've been doing it all along, just like I thought.
Oh, oh, oh.
Your level of awareness just wasn't to mine, so I'm okay with that.
Are you sure it was mine that wasn't not to yours and yours that wasn't to mine?
No, I'm pretty sure I'm right.
Oh,
Sometimes it serves you.
oh.
So yes, we're on a roll today.
Yes, you
Yeah,
definitely are. That's excellent. Been doing lots of
Right.
preparation for this.
Quiet down, Yoda. Quiet down, Yoda. You don't know it all.
Uh,
Uh,
Oh, yeah.
I guess how would you know you're having fun?
When you're laughing.
The obvious answer. Thank you, Heinz.
Oh, yeah. Or is it when you're having too much fun then?
Ah, is there such a thing as too much fun?
That's when you're peeing in your pants.
Oh.
Oh, settle down, Heinz. We don't want you to throw out your other shoulder.
Mm.
He's so wise, that Yoda. That was my first thought. He's so wise, that Yoda. You're having too much fun when you're peeing your pants. Oh my god. Oh. Ah. Oh.
No, I'm glad all of you were here on time today.
What happened this morning that you're saying that?
Well, that was his rule.
Did we have to
First
be on
rule.
time?
I'm gonna judge people if they about how they are on time. But he changed it to I'm gonna not judge people, I'm gonna enjoy them just coming in, just being part of it.
I can see Jesse judging people because they're not on time. That's exactly how he would be.
That was how I was better because I was on time.
Mhm.
Yeah, if you aren't on time, we couldn't get in.
And so that's why this is a good role for me. Just open the door.
Ah.
Hmm.
So that's part of we're passionate, like speaking about the passion that got us here.
Hmm.
My passion is to be present with other people
Hmm.
and sharing our perspective.
Yes.
Yeah, and my
That's a
tendency was like thinking about what I'm gonna say when people are speaking, instead than being present with them. And then like if something comes up, then say something. If not,
Mhm.
shut up.
Mhm.
Now we never had any experiences like that, have we, Pascal, in this group?
No, 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 no. No, it's the first time. First time.
Well, there's a first time for everything.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And if you're being present, then every time is a first time.
Mhm.
That's
Exactly.
what I was going to say. It's here and now.
So you used the force to steal my thoughts.
Ooh,
Oh, but now
you
that
are lesbian.
oh my God, Heinz. It's so good to hear you release all that tension.
Oh, I needed a good laugh like this. I really needed.
Yes.
And
You
just that quick Pascal doing it's doing, or there's no trying, it's doing or not doing. I just, I started laughing. Hmm.
Mhm.
So you're in the same truck today, Pascal?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Same old new truck.
Same old new truck. And this is the first time you're turning now.
No, it's been a few times.
You've been
It's just
driving
because
this.
you were laughing over. You're laughing over my signal light.
Oh yeah.
Well, and that was like thinking back prior to this group, thinking of the evolution of this group, the changes, meaning like this morning was not like the first day. Yeah.
Mm.
Now, the intentions haven't changed very much, right? But what happens inside them has. It's like as a theme of passion, I still have no idea what it's for. Just that I enjoy the obligation
Mm.
of opening the door,
Mm.
and
Mm.
that's enough for now.
Mm.
That's being a creator.
Exactly. That's really beautiful, Jesse.
Rather than saying and putting how I think it needs to be, which is letting go of all the things I thought were right.
Mm.
And me being right doesn't mean I'm right.
Mm.
No?
I always thought you were right, Kirby.
You know, and it's like we get to a point that's exactly what we accept,
Oh,
Mhm.
that I'm right and you're right.
Very good.
No, it has to have a balance. I'm right and you're wrong.
Yeah, yeah. Oh my goodness, we have some more friends. Ian, welcome. So glad to be present with you today. That is my passion. Allie, you two, you laugh, your heart, both of your hearts are so huge. I'm just blessed to be with you today.
Ellie, yeah.
Hi guys.
Evening,
Hey, Allie.
Ali.
Hi.
Afternoon, Ian.
Ah,
Hey,
morning.
Ian.
Afternoon. Hi.
I
Hi
don't even
Ian.
know who's coming in, so you know. So you guys gonna have to talk, right? So
Let me introduce Yoda Pascal this morning.
You're never gonna be let go of that, Pascal. That's it for you now.
that's it, right?
And thank you. And that was Heinz who saw that this morning for us.
Yeah, you saw me as the Yoda in green.
So I invite you to the presence of passion, like being present with passion. And we have been a demonstration of that, if you ever wondered what that might look like. Welcome. What do you have for passion? Here is whether I'm appreciative that you are in my passion. You are a part of my passion.
Mm. Mm.
And my passion is to get up at 4:50 in the morning, open the door at 5 or 5:01. Sometimes that happens. A couple of times I've skipped and missed. Yeah, but to open the door.
Mm.
Ellie, did you get to 100 tickets then?
My event's not for another 3 weeks yet. I haven't got to 100 yet. I'm only sitting at 60 something.
60 something.
Yeah,
I
but
That's 2/3. It's
Yeah.
good.
and I contacted the local radio station today, a non-for-profit one, and they're going to advertise it on their radio station. So, yay!
Oh,
Yay.
great. You'll
Mm.
get more from that for sure.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Congratulations.
So here's what's important as I see it, Allie. How do you
Yep.
feel about 60?
It's not enough.
Now, does that pattern play anywhere else in your life?
Oh, fuck.
So then why do you think it's in the way now?
It's just stressful.
Yeah,
Because I've got
sure
so
is.
many people. I've already got so many people committed to coming with their beautiful gifts, and I want it to be the most amazing day. I want to fill it for us.
There you go. That's why you can't get it big enough.
Yeah.
Oh, because what would happen, right? You see how the two of them complement each other, but then they can also be in conflict with each other, and we just choose the conflict because it's safe.
Yeah. And my
Isn't that
unconscious doesn't
crazy?
know any different. It's totally
Isn't
crazy.
that crazy? So
Yeah.
you're just crazy. That's okay. Just trying to help you through the door.
Welcome to the club.
I'm walking through that door.
So how many do you want to sell?
I want to sell 100.
Do you believe her, guys? Do you believe her?
Yes.
What?
Oh, of course.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, no, I didn't ask if you believe if she could do it. Did you hear if she believed she could do it?
Oh,
I think
Well,
so.
she said it with confidence. I want to sell 100.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The tone in her voice was there.
I heard it. It wasn't.
Okay. There you go.
Right.
So now you've got both, Ellie. So which one do you want to take?
I'm taking the positive one. I'm filling the place.
Great.
There you go.
There you
And
go.
deal with the breakdowns that no one's gonna have. Like no one will have a wonderful day if you sell too many tickets.
And you're putting in the work, Ellie. You gave it to a radio station. Now it gets
Yeah.
outside of your normal ring of people and their ring of people. Now you get it to all of Australia and that area.
There you go.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
people who
Oh.
didn't even know they would like to go there actually find out they want to.
That's the goal.
what's the event? I haven't
It's
heard
an
of it.
it's a psychic energy expo. So I've got like different energy workers, tarot card readers, and all that coming, and we're holding a high tea as well, so you can upgrade and cover high tea as well. So
What do you want the result to be for a person that buys a ticket?
I want them to have an amazing, uplifting day, and I want them to leave the place feeling empowered.
Mm.
If you could choose one, which one would it be?
Empowered.
And why was it second?
I don't know.
Mhm. Because we're afraid to give ourselves power.
Yeah.
No, it was the second one, so it wasn't your focus, right? So your
Right.
focus was on allowing people to have a good time, and that was the conflict.
Yeah.
So you had a passion that was underneath actions, rather than passion being in front of the actions.
Yeah. Thanks, thanks, Jesse.
Oh, who did you just about call me? That was
I
awesome.
thought tried to
That
call
was
you Craig.
awesome. I take both of them as compliments. Thank you.
It's normally Craig that pulls me up. He always catches me out on things. Always. It's your turn tonight.
Yeah, well, you just got to step into the role, right?
Yep.
Thanks
You
for
saw
being
an
such a
opportunity and you took it.
thanks for being such a gracious participant. Got in the hot seat and haven't been here in a while, but that's what you get for being
Yeah.
a regular.
So I have to get into the passion of it and not the
Yes.
action, the passion.
Yes.
Those are your words, not mine.
I know I've been doing my orientations every morning, and I've been stepping into the end result of what I want to create and trying to look around and see who's there and how it feels and all that kind of stuff. I've been doing that every day.
Here's the problem, right? You ready for it?
But I'm
You
ready.
do. You're doing it alone.
Hmm.
That's the only problem.
Yeah. I know that.
Which is why I started this. I got tired of doing it alone. I didn't see the results. It wasn't happening the way it should. Something's wrong with me.
Hmm.
Well, that was
Hmm.
my idea of creating the events, was because I didn't want to do it alone. I want to create a tribe and create these events. And, I got so many ideas, but again, you need a tribe. I don't want to be doing it alone.
Right?
Exactly.
So empowering the tribe.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Just like
That's the
Jesse created
purpose.
this place, you created that place, so now it's gonna grow.
Mhm.
You put the seeds in the ground, now you're gonna wait for the harvest.
Maybe I'm just really impatient then.
It usually gets in the way for some types of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just
But you
like when we
can,
were kids. You took all those seeds and put some water on, and you would sit there and stare at them like they would grow any faster by staring at them.
I need to take my focus off the current reality and just keep focus on what it is that I'm creating. And
Yeah,
that's what I need
yeah,
to do.
Yep.
that's it. That really is it.
It's easier said than done sometimes, but Alison.
Yes. And that's why community is so important.
And like, this is my third event, and my last event that I had, the events coordinator said, would you like to do another one? And I thought to myself, yeah, because I'll have people have joined my tribe by then, and 5 months down the line. And my magnetic mind friend said to me the other day, maybe that was a 5-year plan, Ali, and not a 5-month plan.
Well, 5 is 5.
I'm like, that doesn't help me now when my event's in 3 weeks' time.
So
And
we're in
remember,
Australia,
time doesn't exist.
Yeah.
and Joda steps in. So where in Australia are you?
Western Australia in Perth.
Hmm.
So, Ali, I have had an experience over the last 9 months that is a little bit similar to the tension that you're feeling. And when you said that you have to keep your focus on the end result, I certainly encourage that. That was part of what I did. But my end result was also not only just what I needed to find, and I needed to find a home for Bruce and I because we have to leave our present place. And so I always go global with things that I want for myself because I think, well, okay, so you want that, but now how's that going to serve? And why should you have it? There are millions of people on earth that don't have a home.
Yeah.
And so what I do then is I tie it to what my passion is. And my passion is that I want to be able to serve people, which is what everybody's passion here is.
Yeah.
And for me to be able to serve people, I have to have a safe home.
Yeah.
And then I just keep that tension. I just kept on keeping that tension. It nearly flattened me out, but at times that I felt like I was bottoming out, I either brought the emotion into the group for myself to just sit in and be with, or I asked for help from individual people, and it's been worth it. It's really been worth it. And the other thing was what I kept on saying to myself was, to myself, I would say, you have a grip on something in life, and you know that you have because it has created so much expansion. So trust it, because if you're not going to trust this, you're going to get in the way of it. And there's nothing like static that will upend any goal that you have. And that static is a stress that we bring.
Yeah.
So now tell me, what was the worth of your miracle?
Yeah, well, God, I can't. It's way too big. I'm still digesting.
No, try it.
I mean,
Please.
it was in. Sorry, Jesse, go.
I just please try, which is what you did. Thank you.
Oh, there's no try. You do try.
Oh, Pascal.
My glasses are fogging all up.
And there goes Yoda stealing all my thunder. Andy was late. Andy was late.
Oh, I feel so bad.
They've been on a roll all morning, Ellie, laughing and laughing and laughing.
That sets the day for a good day, guys.
It sure does.
Choosing to be presently passionate.
Or passionately present.
Yep. See what happens.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's an avoidance, Allison, to talk about the worth of it. And like the outcome is the creation. The outcome explains the creation.
Have you
The
found a new house?
outcome
Thank you. See,
explains
the audience didn't even hear how it resolved. That was
Well, uh, uh, okay, it resolved in that I got a house, small, but it was given to me on the spot. It does
Mm.
not happen here in Ontario. It doesn't. It really just doesn't. But when I saw the ad, I knew that this was exactly what we needed. And so it was the first place that I chose to actually physically go and look at. For 9 months, I've been looking online.
Mm.
And a part of being here in Ontario is that it's not only finding a place, it's getting approved financially. And for us to get approved is extremely difficult in terms of what we need, because we both work from home. So, and this guy, after being there for 10 or 15 minutes, started, I took my girlfriend with me, and she was asking me something, and I said, well, I talked to her about the piano for my husband. And I said, one of the first things that I said when we walked in the door was, oh, the lounge is big enough for the piano.
Mm.
And that was all that was said. And then after a little bit, of us talking and him showing us everything and asking a few questions, and it takes like not even 5 minutes to go through the place, really speaking. And he said to me, that wall is better to put the piano against than this one. And he said, don't worry, we'll help you move. And I looked at him and I thought, what's going on here? He hadn't asked for a single financial document. I had them all, copies of them. He hadn't asked for reference from our present landlord, nothing. So then I looked at my girlfriend and she kind of nodded, and I looked at him and I said to him, are you considering that my husband and I could be your renters? And he said, yeah, the place is yours if you want it.
Wow.
And I just, I mean, I
That's
felt
amazing.
this enormous energy was in the room. For me, I just felt like it was this huge big angel that was standing there. So as Heinz said yesterday, the confluence of everything was so astounding. And a lot of that was I know that it was because of the preparation that I did. And that preparation for me was attending to the vibration that I was in. And like I said yesterday, yesterday in the group, I had this absolutely divine experience inside of my body where it was like there was a playground that, what do you call those big playgrounds with all the stuff taking place? A fairground, sorry. I just had this experience of like this beautiful fairground taking place in my body, because there was such an incredible dance between everybody. What everybody was contributing in that moment, being in the group. And the space just became so much more powerful for me. And I had to get my husband to agree, which has not been easy at all. Not at all. And he spoke to 2 friends the night before that were enormously valuable. I will forever be grateful to them. And when we walked into the place, he said, this is so big. And it's not. But it was obviously much bigger than what he had imagined in his own mind. And I could feel he was fine. You know, it wasn't because I was how can I say, my observing of him with big decisions before is that I'm part of that big decision, and he takes it unwillingly, but he takes it, and then I get blamed. So that was what it was in the past, and I just thought, okay, so you know that, but now, so don't focus on that. Focus on what he does bring into the world that is really amazing. And that's his music, and his capacity and his talent in music is astounding. So I just kept on focusing on that. And I thought, if you can go and play in the universe and your music, you've got to start doing it in your life. Didn't say that to him.
We'll tell him.
I'm sure
got a
you
new-
would. Let's go.
We've got a new perspective then. Your idea of small and his idea of small are two way different things.
Yes, but I think that's kind of the in inverted commas, the problem that we've always had. Our perspective on things is so different. And because of the different upbringings that we've had, his wounding is that he really does have to be right. And it doesn't serve me very well, or his children. And ultimately, then that won't serve him, right? That's the irony of it. He's the one that will actually be the worst off of everybody.
Yeah, because he's creating separation.
That's right, Pascal. And he's the man that brought me my meditation teacher. Right? So, you know, it's, at least I feel now that, you know, these things are always possible where you accept the limit. So, dare I say this out loud, but in terms of what I've always wanted, that's not what I'm going to get this time around. Not in, yeah. But there are other things that I do appreciate enormously, and so I focus on those. Sorry, I've got to let somebody in and I'm not paying attention. Sorry, just hold on. What am I doing here? No. Oh, sorry, guys. I'm letting somebody in and I don't know what I'm doing this morning. Don't know why. Okay, there I'll go. Central. Sorry to keep you waiting, Central.
Good morning, Cinderella.
Good morning.
Good. I heard your beeping. I didn't realize that. I was supposed to let you in. I'm so sorry.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. I just went out and came in for a new beep. It's good. Good morning. Wow, we got a full house today.
We do. And the theme is that your passionate power. No, help me out, guys.
Passionate presence.
Presence. That's right. Thank you.
Mhm. Passionate presence.
Mm-hmm.
I like adding that passionate to it. Ooh. Because you could be present and it's just like boring. It's just like you're there. Presence is there. There is there. But passionate.
Like you bring the love and the passion.
Yeah, like
Yes. And the power of that love, right?
mm-hmm.
Mm.
Mm.
Ooh, it's cool when your passion gets like lit up. Oh yeah.
It's the flow,
Mm.
pure flow.
Because you
Kinetic
take yourself
energy.
out of the way.
Mm. Kinetic energy popping. Ooh, 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 ooh. Yeah.
That's it.
Hey. See what we have here. What is this about? Experiencing it as it is.
Mhm.
Unfolding and co-creating at the same time. Yes. Appreciating. Mm-hmm. Yes.
And trusting.
Yes. Yes. Passionate presence. Woo. Exhilaration. Mm.
Mm. And sharing our passions makes it so much stronger and more stable.
Yeah, for me, sharing it makes it more evident.
Mhm.
Mm.
Mm. Ellie, I was thinking back now to this morning when Jessie and I heard the different tones present in your statement.
Mm-hmm.
And what I've begun to value for myself is when I can make space for both of those things to be there. So with you, it was the confidence and the not confident, right? Or the hesitation.
Yeah.
And that for me is it's a powerful experience that. And I've realized that I actually have done that over many, many years with my work. But I never managed to do it for myself. And by realizing that I need to practice doing it more for myself, there's no doubt in my mind that I will be able to see a lot more of what is there in other people. And by seeing it, I can mirror some of it back, right? If I don't see it, I can't mirror it back to them.
Yeah.
And I think that being of service is a large part of being of service is being able to mirror back to people what you experience in them.
Thanks, Alison.
You're very welcome. And the other thing that I'd like to say to you specifically is remember how powerful vibration is. You know it because of your work.
Yeah.
And that always helps me out. It never fails me when I revert to thinking of what I'm dealing with as a vibration.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've got so many confluences happening in my life at the moment. I'm like, why did it take me so long to get to this? Because it seems so easy in a way, you know. And then I think, oh, I'm not so sure that it should be so easy. Gonna bottom out.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm trying to understand and not assume what the it is. You said that Ali's was it confidence?
Yeah. Yeah. So Ali is going to Ali, do you want to tell Sandra it's better? You can tell her better than what I can.
Say that again. Sorry, Alison, I missed that.
That's okay. Can you please tell Sandra about the conversation with Jesse this morning?
He was asking me if I was confident. What was my passion around? I wanted my end result to be with my event, and we were talking about passion. And he asked me if I was confident on the amount of tickets that I wanted to sell. And you felt in my voice that I was confident, and he felt in my voice that I wasn't confident in doing it. Because I keep jumping. 1 minute I'm all excited and I've got all these plans and everything's going, and then the next minute the fear comes in and the doubt comes in and all that, and it's like jumping from one to the next all the time, you know. Just try to stay in that end result.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Have you ever breathed through the fear Because what I'm feeling is like the fear of disappointment.
Yeah.
Mm.
But you already have 60 people.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And what I would say, would you rather have 60 people committed that love the event, or 100 people, 150 people, like the rest of them, they're just like, that's not really for us, but we just show up.
Yeah. I know what you
Mm.
mean, Pascal.
Mhm.
You know, to me, it's not the number.
Mm.
Yeah.
Very good.
I love that. Thanks, Pascal.
Yeah, that was a great reminder.
And I'm sure the
And if,
people that are meant to be there will be there.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You'll
Yeah.
be just attracting the right people at the right moment.
Yeah.
If you have no doubt, no fear. So I believe the key is to release the fear. So breathe in through that fear, whatever in the body it is, just
Yeah.
breathe through it. And if it
Okay.
moves somewhere else, then breathe through that. And that might lead to
Yeah.
something like pretty deep.
Yeah. I think you just worry about the judgment from other people as well. It's a
Mhm.
big thing.
And it's what we imagine other people are judging us for.
Mhm.
Yeah, because we actually don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't. They're thinking about a cheeseburger and you're thinking about if they like you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So true.
So I'm trying to remember what this guy used to say. He said, 1,000 people don't excite me, and one person doesn't disappoint me. I came to show up.
That's beautiful. I love
I
that.
love that. Yeah.
You
Yeah,
just
that is
make sure
so
you
good.
have a damn good time doing what you
Yeah.
do. You just do what you do. You
Yeah.
just do what you do with your passionate self all about it.
Yeah.
And others that want it, they'll be like, oh, I want some of that. And
Yeah.
that's what you're doing it for, to give them some of that.
Yeah. Well, guys, it's been an absolute pleasure being on here with you guys. Thank you so much.
I'm so glad you could make it tonight, Ali. That was great.
Have
Yeah.
a good night's sleep, Ellie.
Thank you, guys. Big love. Have a great day, the lot of yous, okay?
Bye
Good
Yeah.
night.
bye.
Good night, Ali.
Bye, guys.
Mm.
Good morning, Sandrell.
Good morning.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah.
That's a lot of power in it.
That was a lot. That was a lot. That was a lot. I just got like this dopamine hit off of this passionate presence, man. And speaking on Ali's stuff, it's like, do what you do because it's what you do. It's your expression of you, right? And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if the deer may come around, the bees may come around, the birds may come around. or you may feel the sun shining on your face. Just do you. Do you, boo?
Yoda would definitely agree.
Oh, let's see. Yeah, I'll be right back. My wife is calling on the other line.
All right. Bye, Yoda. Now's my chance. Yeah.
That's gonna stick now.
I know. I know.
See? So passionate presence. I'm getting like the vibe, the play on the vibe of, I've been struggling with doing the tasks that it take to get to the end result. And it was just like yesterday, just take one step, just take one step. And so today, I did take the one step and it got to be like 5 steps. And so today, I'm actually looking forward to doing the next task. Inspired action, passionate, because I know the plan, the end result of the plan. And so I'm, sitting in that. It's like, ooh, yeah. So the preparation for it is, I'm enjoying that today.
Powerful lesson. Thank you.
Thank you. You exemplify it like every day, having this line up, showing up. And just like Allie's event, it's like, do you, boo? And those who can or will or want to or should or need to, they'll come through. This is your thing. This is like really your thing, but it's our thing as we're here. But it's still, the continuity is what you do. It's who you are.
As you were talking, I was thinking, what is my biggest evidence of something? And it comes back to what my experience becomes. And what I experience is sometimes visible to others, but most of the time, not so much until we speak to it, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Very often we don't have to, because it can really be, it just gets transmitted in a different way other than through talking.
Mm-hmm. The speaking of the tongue. Go ahead. I'll hold my thought. Go ahead, please.
I think what I was going to say was just how important and valuable it is, and has been and remains to be, for me to explore and to keep the intention of expanding in that exploring.
Mm-hmm.
When I hold that intention and I trust it, then magic happens
Mm.
in a very big way. And sometimes that gets manifested right in front of me then and there. But other times, I'm not as able to see the manifestation right then and there. But over time, it becomes evident. In other words, small things and big things have equal value. And I do think that timing then plays a role. I mean, in essence, time doesn't exist. Sorry about that. Yeah, in the plane then. Sorry about that. And I'm so grateful for my daughters. So there was big and small. I lost my train of thought. I'm so sorry, Sandra. Go ahead. I think I said enough.
Your sound was going out a little bit for me. I don't know if it was my phone.
No, it's probably mine.
But you were saying something.
You can go ahead.
I was picking up from you, and I missed what words it was exactly, but it made me think it doesn't make it any more real or less real.
Yeah. Yeah.
Based on evidence.
Yes, that's exactly. And being okay with, so the importance of that is being okay with when you can't see it, when you're in the don't know.
Mm-hmm.
That you trust.
Okay.
You trust that what you are capable of seeing at that point in time will serve you. And if it serves you, it can be of service to others.
I'm going to say this, and it may sound selfish, and it's okay for me.
Good.
I often hear many of us big, good-hearted people always saying, and serve others, and serve others, and serve others.
Mm-hmm.
But the word goes, and I'm coming, love thy neighbor as thyself.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So many times we're so busy in the serving of others that we don't ingest what it is so that we get it from within us to serve others. So we need, we can't skip over to us. We're worthy to receive. We must receive because it's this, we take it in, and we take it in as the seed. We have to like be one with the seed for it to multiply out. But I think very often as the vision comes, even before we receive from the vision, we're already passing it off somewhere else.
Mhm.
But we're actually diluting it. That's like getting all the ingredients for a cake and it never get to the oven. Here's a cake. But that's eggs and flour and milk. I don't even have an oven. You got the oven. We must bake the cake. It's okay for us to sit with the vision, the dream, incubate it, grow it, mold it, enjoy it, process with it, and then give the gift of it. But I
Yes.
think we're so busy trying not to be selfish and being giving and being a vessel, but the vessel must be taken care of too, in order for the purpose of being a vessel can ruminate. A good bottle of wine, it holds that. You go to the cellar and get something from 1929, right? That bottle has been a vessel, and it's part of the whole process of bringing it out when it's ready, bringing the cake out the oven when it's ready to give. But we get to ruminate, to feel the passion, the movement, the jugulation, the process, the creation of these ingredients for it to become something to give.
Mm.
I just don't want us to miss the value, the joy of being that vessel of a thing.
Oh,
And
yeah, absolutely.
there's a time and place to give where it can be partaken of. You don't want to cast pearls after swine. So there's a discernment of what you give, what you share, where it can have benefit, where it can have impact.
Yes. I go with that as well. But I think, St. John, what you're saying for me, that's, you were talking earlier about Jesse's passion and how that has served all of us.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, it's so important that I can start my day here.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is where I do the most introspection, or introspection the most effectively for that day. And for me, that is our primary service, is taking care of ourselves. And being able to learn to hold the contrast of what we experience as pain and what we experience as joy. And after a while, the boundaries between what am I and what are you kind of, in the essence of what am I and what are you, those boundaries disappear. And there's a dance between where they come into a confluence, and where they need to keep to be kept, put it that way, right? There needs to be a checking. Like when Jessie asked Ali to say how many people she wanted, he had heard already that she didn't have the vibration, the full vibration of confidence, which is why he asked her the question. And then he asked us, what do we hear?
How's it going?
And that was a dance between having a boundary and not having a boundary, for me, in other words. I could feel that dance in between. I don't know if I'm describing that effectively.
No, I say you are. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. I, as you were talking, I was getting this picture of Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers, how they just dance together, you know?
Yeah. It's a gorgeous image. Dancing in the rain.
Mm-hmm. And the ebb and the flow and the, you know, just
That brought
gig.
back such, sorry, Sandra, sorry.
Mhm.
Go ahead.
You're fine. You're fine.
It brought back a memory for me. It's so funny. I was sharing it with Kalis the other day, the boyfriend that I had all through university, and the town in South Africa where I was born is where I went to university. And in the Cape, it used to be in the winter, you'd have 3 weeks of rain. So it could get pretty dreary. And so we had an agreement that winters were for dancing and dancing in the rain. And we used to go to university sopping wet because William thought it was a good idea to start jumping in the puddles and holding the umbrella over me, but still getting me wet from the bottom up.
Freedom.
So dancing in the rain.
Yes. It's beautiful.
Mm.
So,
It's a really beautiful memory
so
for
I'm
me.
going to, I want to sit the same dance that Ali and I had, right? You and I had, Allison.
Mm.
Yeah. And it's like the listening, like, because being with you through each of the phases where it was that day that you found the place that you told me that you had hit bottom.
Mm.
Like the end of your rope is the words that I remember.
Mm. Mm.
Like 9 months, right? 9 months. And for whatever reason, it was like important for me to, what was my action suggestion towards you, Allison?
I can't remember. I'm sorry.
Have a good day.
Oh, good. What it was to go look at a place.
Yes, that's right.
Go look.
Yeah.
The instructions, if you will, that I got, just like were in that flavor of like, start looking. Like you got to get into looking. Like for me, that's what felt like the resistance was.
I was, yeah, how can I say this? So I've lived in Toronto for like 20 years now. And I know I don't know a whole lot about the geography, but I know what different areas are like because I've had to go to areas that I wouldn't usually want to go to, but I've gone because of time. And because of my physical stamina, I knew that I had to be really particular about when I was going to spend energy on actually physically going to look at places. But it was really interesting for me because I had seen this place that we now have in another town. And my husband, not being on the same page as me, had freaked out. So I said, well, then you need to find a place in Toronto. So the next day, another place comes up and it's quite close to us, but it's $600 more per month. And it's also a 3-bedroom. So I thought, okay, well, I'll go and show him, you know. And then as it
said
worked out,
this is a scam.
yes, that was the house in Toronto. I thought it might be a scam because even though it was $600 more, it was still a lot less than what a 3-bedroom house would usually go for. So I went to look at it, and then I found out that it was a listing with a reputable real estate place. So it wasn't a scam, but the house wasn't open for viewing, and I wanted to go and look at the area, and he didn't want to go. So I didn't get upset about it. I could see he was tired. And I know what that's like. So I went on my own. And when I came back, he said, so how was it? And I said, well, it's a home, you know, it will be a home. The area's not terrible. It's not great. It's not terrible. And then I had already had all these other arrangements to go with my friend in this other town to look at this place that I had told him about, which is now going to be our home. And the trick was, I don't know if I'm keeping on track with the subject that we are actually addressing, but I think I am. So the trick for me was to keep on noticing what my reaction to his reactivity was. And then to go behind that reactivity and see why it made sense for him to be the way that he was being. And in doing that, I took him out of the role of being my husband and, you know, a grown adult who's been on the earth for quite a long time. I just put those aside. So I left my expectations and my judgments aside. And it worked. It really worked because I stayed just with what there was. And I kept on asking, universe, like, just bring some help here, please. Like, I can't do this all on my own. And I got it because 2 friends of his phoned the night before we left. And they are people that he respects and they adore him. You know, they're very, very, they really love being with him. They love playing with him. They're both musicians. And they both said to him, it's a fantastic place. This is such a good move. You're going to be so happy there. And of course, I couldn't say that to him. So he allowed, and I gave credit for that allowing. There was so much that took place in all of this. But there's one thing that also took place while all this was happening is that I got invited, inverted commas, by an organization to go and be a speaker at a conference. And so I was curious about this. I thought, like, where the hell did they get my name from? And then I started to, track back, and I know what the connection is. And it was interesting to me because the the organizing principle, the two organizing principles in this conference. The one is female, women empowerment. The other is for the people that organize the conferences to make money. So I know I don't have a profile out there online. There's only one way in which there's only one reason that they would have invited me, and that would be because of this connection, this connective point, which obviously is a person. They would have said, you should look at her. So my knee-jerk reaction usually would be, this is just the money-making thing. And then I thought, okay, so don't judge it. So they're going to make money. Okay. So what are they using the money for? They're using the money for things that we don't really need, which are big conferences. I don't believe that they really make all that much difference. But they do make a difference to the people that are there. And then those people can go out and make more of a difference because of what they learn at the conference. So, I mean, I have to pay them. I think it's something like $1,000. And then, of course, I've got to pay for everything, which it's completely out of my ballpark. But what was interesting with all of that was there's some kind of a something that happened because it got me thinking about things. What the hell would I say? And then what I would say started coming, and I haven't written about it yet, but I will. I'm going to sit down and do some of that. And who knows? Maybe next year I go. And I do that. Now, for me to stand up in front of a big hall of people at this point in my life, no, not what I had in mind. But I value what it stimulated in me. So there are all these other things that start to happen. And I'm sure you all have had these experiences where you're really intensely busy with one thing, and then this other thing pops up, and you think, I don't have time for that. I've got to pay attention to this. And sometimes that is exactly what you have to do. But other times, by including them both, you get to something bigger.
Wow.
And I often experience that in the group because of what everybody brings and how we value each other's contributions. Because there's an alignment for us. And that's magic, as far as I'm concerned.
I celebrate the acknowledgement that you have received in the community
Mm.
for your voice and the value that you bring. Now, you know, they obviously want speakers who are going to bring value to people because they've got to protect their name for being event
Mm.
developers. Um, the only thing I don't get is you got to pay them to be on the stage. I don't get it. I don't get
Yeah,
it. But
yeah,
I get it,
that's,
but I don't get it.
yeah.
Um, your sound is going out. I can't hear you.
Exactly. That's and I was saying, yeah, exactly. One gets it, but you don't get it. You know,
Yeah.
that was exactly my response.
So to me, that's a negotiation edge of saying, look, I'll come, I'll bring the house down. I said, but, you know, you should be paying me.
Or I just use the prompt, right? And I go and do something else with it.
Yeah. But at the same time, because you get to be on that stage, the way you position your presentation, if you're looking for more clients or what have you, you know, you sprinkle that in. Well, when I was working with a client, this was such and such and such and such. And then you also put in a line of scarcity there, you know, because of, you know, where I am in life right now and the time it takes to serve. I only take a limited number of people a year.
Mm.
But you know, but if you're, you know, if you're interested, I'll see, you know, based on the free consultation, we'll see what your needs are and if it aligns with my service.
Mm. Mm.
So
But for me, that's not scarcity.
what?
For me, that's not scarcity.
Well, you put it out to them that, you know, your time is, it's a way of letting them know your time is very valuable. You're very thoughtful in how many clients you take a year or, you know, have one roster at a time. And, you know, you're very interested, if any, you know, as if they feel some alignment and want to be in touch with you, you just make sure you put your contact information out there.
Mm. Mm.
Mm-hmm. And then you go on with what you're delivering. You know, the standard that I've been taught, I haven't used it myself, but I see the value in it, is you mention what you offer at least 3 to 5 times in a way that points to your work, what you do, and how you serve. Does that make sense? You're not there just to talk to them. You know, you do what you do, you are who you are, and you're available to serve so that they can contact you if, you know, there's a resonance between what you speak and what they have a need for, a desire for exploring.
Mm.
Do you want more clients?
Not at this point, no. But I will want next year for sure.
Mm-hmm. But you need to have a way to collect their information. So when you're ready, you can contact people.
Mm.
Do you have a lead page?
Sorry, do I have a what?
It's like a lead page. You can create a page that says who you are, and it can have where you collect their name. They fill in their name and address and phone number, that kind of stuff.
Oh,
And
yeah,
so when
I don't have anything like that on my website. I don't, yeah. I've got, yeah, I've never marketed myself in that way. I've always been word of mouth.
Mhm.
But that stuff is on my to-do list by the end of the year,
Yeah,
that
you
kind
can.
of stuff.
Yeah, I don't think it's difficult to build. You can even do it on I'm thinking randomly here. Create an Eventbrite page, and on it for a future event, and on it
Mm,
when they register, when they go onto that Eventbrite link,
mm,
they fill in their information, right?
mm,
So, and you can just have a QR code for that Eventbrite, and it can just, they just scan it and they're right there on the Eventbrite and fill in their information. So I don't mean to go all off course or anything, but there's a way to make this event as bountiful for you as it is for them
mm, mm,
while you're there.
mm. Thank you, Sandra. And that's really good thinking. So Jessie wrote something in the chat. Let me just read this quickly.
Mm-hmm.
What is Allison's making herself more money? What is Allison's making herself more money? She wants to charge more.
Yeah. And charge more.
Yes. Simple. Very simple. I like working on a sliding scale.
Well, it might be time for you to raise that sliding scale.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely. The top end can pay a lot more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sindrell asked, what is that? Pause. I said it was your answer to make more money. Sindrell said, get more clients. You said no.
I'll ask, what is that pause?
Yeah, what is, did you, I don't know what the pause is. Like, why are you doing this event? Why is this,
Oh, okay.
you have to have an intention too on what you're doing.
Yes. And it helps to be clear about that intention, right?
Yeah, because you're not just there at the will of the promoters of the event.
No, especially at an event where you have to pay to be the speaker.
Yeah, that's crazy.
pay to be a speaker.
But
Yeah.
hey, you know, when you think about it, so I have to pay $1,000. I'm speaking to, I think they said 750 attendees. If you think about marketing and what it takes to get your name out there and how much it would cost to do that, it's not that bad. I mean, it's very clever. I'm part of the conference organizers. It's very clever.
Yeah.
The police should do that.
Say that
You drove
again,
too
Hans.
fast. Here's $1,000.
So that's advertising dollars. You got to make that work for you.
Yeah,
How are you
exactly.
going to make that work for you?
Yeah. And
Like
what I'm also saying is that $1,000 to reach 750 people, that's not bad.
Yeah, if I would use, if you've got a tagline or a catchy phrase that you're going to use in your speaking, like your hook word, like we have a hook word here, you're going to speak with a hook word. I would get some t-shirts made with that hook word and sell them for $20. People
Well,
love to buy
Sandel,
things.
maybe you and I should talk about this together. I'm
Yeah,
serious. And maybe we could make a bit of money between the two of us.
yeah, sell them t-shirts, baby. People love t-shirts.
Yes, they do.
Mhm.
T-shirts can be fun.
Yes.
See how you both now benefit, says Jess. Thanks, Jess.
Mhm. So we just doubled the money. That's
We
right.
just doubled the money.
Yeah.
On that very happy note, which matches the happy note that I had waiting for me when I came in this morning, with
Wonderful.
Pascal being Yoda.
Yeah.
I'm going to go off on my day, and
All
I
right,
feel
y'all.
rejuvenated and energized, just as you said you got a hit, Sandel. Thank
Yeah.
you so much for today.
It's been
Have a
awesome.
great day, guys. Yeah,
Have a
have a good
Thank
day,
you.
wonderful
everyone.
day, everyone.
Bye, Jess.
Bye, Jess.
Bye bye.
Bye
Bye,
bye.
guys.
Bye.
You all have a blessed day.